Welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. This is CasualT Gaming. We are going to do a couple of things on my to-do list for this episode. The first one is, we're in the 1960s. Let's get rid of the steam trains. They're a novelty, maybe, but realistically, I don't want any more steam trains running on any of my rails. So that's priority one. Priority two is making sure this steel mill, which I'm not sure if you guys remember at the end of the last episode, this steel mill all of a sudden became a bottleneck for our goods production. And that was unexpected, but it's because our goods factory is now producing so much for so many different cities that the steel supply is not keeping up. Actually, I take that back. The steel supply is keeping up. It's our plastic supply that's not keeping up. And so we need to figure out a way to bring more oil up to this chemical plant, because our refinery is also not able to keep up because there's not enough traffic along this route. So this route we're going to let's go back and do priority number one first, which is our vehicles. We're going to look at our trains. Do we have any steam trains left? And it appears that we do not. I think hopefully all of our trains are now electric or diesel. That's a Series 1042, I believe, is an electric train. Yes, it is. Okay. So, priority one, well, that was easy. There weren't any. Okay, so then let's figure out what's going on here. This station has plenty of fuel, and then this is going... I see. Okay. Oil and goods. I only want you to, at the Las Vegas branch, I only want you to pick up refined oil. And I think that should help with this bottleneck. There's plenty sitting down here. Our trucks are able to move it pretty quickly. Let's make sure there's no better tanker truck. Oh, but there is. Up that. These goods trucks, I think we just upgraded to these man tarpaulins. And so that should get everything moving again. And then our plastic trucks. There's not a whole lot of plastic sitting here because there's not a lot of oil here yet. But that'll pick up soon, and so I want my plastics vehicles to also be upgraded to these man. Okay. Alright, and if that's all good, then our steel mill, which was not the bottleneck, but which is still shorted on the iron ore. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the iron ore, we're going to let this vehicle drop off. And then we're going to take all of these vehicles. Let's make sure lengthwise, yeah, there's still quite a few more train cars available, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to tack on a few more box cars, or not box cars, the gondolas. They can do 75 and carry 13 versus the gondolas that we're currently using, they can carry 8. Well, I think we know what we're going to do now, don't we? So we're increasing the capacity per train by 30, and we're increasing the speed, although I'm not really sure that the trains will ever be able to take advantage of that. Mostly because I don't know that there's enough, I don't think that there's enough distance. Alright, our Inglewood Steel is running 3 trains that are all doing 75, so that's perfect. They're already at the maximum speed. Oh, and we now have a problem with trains that are running into each other. Oh, wow, and that is quite the deadlock. Alright. LV Fuel and Inglewood Oil. Why are you two... What is going on here? Huh? I'm confused. Oh, that's the new train coming in. I see. Let's have you turn around first. And then stop here for a moment. That oil train will pick up and leave, thereby freeing up this train to come through. Right? Where are you trying to go? Upper Inglewood. Upper Inglewood's all the way down here. Now will you go? Where are you trying to go? I think you're gonna get sold. And we'll just resume that, and we'll figure out what's going on later. Right, this train goes back and forth, yeah. Okay, so it looks like that train's back. This train is back up and running. Sorry, I'm wondering, does Inglewood Fuel already have 3? No, Inglewood Fuel has 2 trains on it. Oh, I see. Maybe that's what we need to do. So are we still saying, yeah, this is the refinery that's starved of oil? And that's an interesting plane. All right, let's take a look at our boat options. Still no hovercraft, which is what we're really looking for, so that we can do the passenger service here. And then we can swap out to something else. One other thing that I'm going to take advantage of is I have never done this before until this game, but I really like the idea of putting in the large country road with the tram track on it, and using that as a way to connect up a couple of cities. And so I am going to do that. And construction not possible, eh? Okay, well, if you won't let me have what I want, we'll just put the tram stop right here. And we'll create a new line that goes so that's NO to Colorado Springs, sorry. And we can buy, wrong type of station. We need a tram station, which I know we have. And we're gonna want the fastest that carries the most people, and we're gonna go with 8. And we'll see what happens. And I might just do the same thing here between Colorado Springs and Modesto. Colorado Springs was fighting me a little bit in terms of where I could lay a track, but what we can even do is put in a new stop on this edge of town. And then we can create our, this is our CO Springs tram. And we'll build a tram depot out here somewhere. And for this city, we just, it's still the same one. And then over here in Modesto, where are we going to put in our city streets? Kind of like a main street here. And we'll put a stop right in the middle of town, I guess. And that'll be the CO Springs Modesto tram. And we'll buy 4 of these. And what's nice is Colorado Springs was not a location that Modesto could reach before. There was no way to get there. And now there is. And it's not super fast, but it's a heck of a lot cheaper than laying a track. And I might have like twice as many vehicles as I need on this track. And now New Orleans also can get to Colorado Springs on our yeah, I want to do more passenger ships, but there's nothing faster. So we're kind of stuck with what it is for now. Okay, so we've connected these three cities via a tram system. Let's do across here. Since there already is a road, let's just upgrade. Country road, large with an electric track. All your clever construction not possibles. How about now? All right, and then into the city itself. No, that's really not where I wanted it. Alright. So that is going to be the High Point tram. And we're going to need a tram depot somewhere along here. And we'll just buy 2 of these for the High Point tram. And then we're going to set up a route. Well, okay, we haven't actually done Columbia yet. We need to get the city all set up. Columbia is not huge. But I'm still going to give them kind of an inner city. And there's our hovercraft. All right, we're going to pause the game for 1 second. All right. Oh, did I put truck stops down by accident? Nope, that's bus stop. And this is the Columbia tram. And then we're going to have the route from Columbia to High Point. I'm not sure if we really need 4, but it's kind of a long drive, so let's make it so that they have access to it. All right, now over here. Passenger ship, passenger ship. Where is my passenger ship? Is it arriving or is it leaving? Ah, arriving. So we'll let you discharge all those folks. And then we're going to manage the vehicle and replace it with the hovercraft. And we're actually going to have 4 hovercraft. I got 88 people on this end and 127 people on this end. We're actually going to need like twice as many. All right. Let's make sure our tram terminals make sense. Yep. The tram leaving town should be on the right. And actually this should go the opposite direction. Yeah, that makes more sense. Right turns only. I set this line up backward. Does that make sense? Probably not bad from an emission standpoint because I'm sure, yeah, that's all the residential. So if we now just keep going around them, that might be for the best. Okay. Oh, and it's because this one they already have to turn around. I think we'll just leave that as is. Alright, into Wichita Falls. I guess what we want is... Well, we want the exit over there. Right, okay. I know how we're going to do this. We're going to connect. There we go. And then all right turns, so here. Oh, one left turn. All right, let's find out what kind of vehicle that is in a moment. Well, it's not a tram, so it makes it a train. All right, so this is the Columbia tram. Nope, sorry, Wichita Falls tram. And we'll buy 4 vehicles for that. Alright, that's not what I wanted. Oh, it's because I didn't upgrade this one street. I should fix the tram route. Yep, alright. Where do we want the Columbia tram to come in and drop off? Right here. Don't particularly care for that, but we'll make it work. Okay. Okay, so it's assuming if it were a bus. Alright, I'll make that work. So that'll be the Columbia Wichita Falls tram. And we'll buy 4 vehicles for that as well. Yeah, and it cuts off because it's just going to turn at the end of the block. Alrighty. And then, yeah, Lowell is kind of the last stop for this road, and we're not going to deal with this nonsense. Sorry, not putting up with it. And I think we're going to extend our east-west tram for Lowell out one more. And I realized I put city roads down instead of country roads. And there's a between 62 and 37 mile an hour difference in those. So we definitely need to make sure we put the right one. So that's going to be Wichita Falls, Lowell. Actually, let's keep our naming convention. Lowell, Wichita Falls tram. Let's buy 8 for that. And I don't have a... Yep. And then what are we going to do? We're going to take our east-west tram and we're going to manage the line. And right now it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And Lowell's almost 1,000 people. I think it was over a little bit and then it came back down. Yeah, so that should have plenty of business once it gets up and running. I'm doing that because I realized I have a tram depot over here and I might as well buy 4 of them from this side. And Lowell already had people going to Wichita Falls, but not very many, and it was only via private car. Now that there's a tram option for all the people who don't have a private car, we should be able to continue growing those destinations. Let's see what our traffic says. They say it's only good, not very good, but I don't know why. Alright folks, well, we're going to wrap up this episode having now connected basically every city in the South. High Point to Columbia to Wichita Falls, all the way back to Lowell, and then on to Las Vegas. We've got St. Paul that's connected as well via passenger train. I think what our next step is going to be is this Wichita Falls to Joliet line, and maybe Aurora this way or maybe Aurora that way. Hialeah definitely through Joliet. I doubt we're going to connect it up here with another like almost interstate like grid or grid like tram system. So, you know, we're going to continue working on hooking people up so that they can travel from city to city. And then once we've got the, you know, city travel figured out, we will go ahead and work more on the goods or supplies. Let's take one quick look at our steel mill. Iron ore is still the bottleneck. Despite... Nope, that wasn't a train coming in with iron ore. That's a train coming in with iron ore. I think we can add 1, 2, 3 more cars to this thing. So let's do that real quick. Oop, not what I was trying to do. So each one of these is now running 15. And capable of carrying 195 back here. And they're saying we're only transporting 84%, which means they think that this line could be more effective as well. And I'm not going to disagree with them on that. We're going to go ahead and give each one of these guys 2 more. This is the goods train coming back, but it's not full. And we're not producing anywhere near what we want. And we're still way short on plastics. And it's because this oil and goods are only every 26 seconds. Let's just double that to every 13 seconds. Alright folks, well we'll continue working on this one for the next episode. Until then, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.